I'm Marcus, I'm 13 years old and I've got an overactive thyroid gland. I noticed that something was wrong about 5.5 years ago, and I've been diagnosed since 2.5 years ago. It didn't suddenly happen. I thought it was sort of natural, but I started to not be able to breathe, so I was constantly getting out of breath, and I was always hot. I went to the GP and had a blood test. Then I went to the consultant and diagnosed me with hyperthyroidism. The consultants gave me some tablets. We went to carbimazole and levothyroxine, which more significantly improved the breathlessness and other symptoms. In the last 3 years it's been much better, but fairly recently I've started to show some of the symptoms again, so I'm starting to think that I might be slightly off. Luckily I'm getting a blood test again in a few weeks. I don't feel I particularly get the emotional symptoms. I've always felt anxious, but in a normal way. I mostly feel I show the more physical symptoms, like being hot, mainly. You just have to take your tablets once a day. Sometimes I get scared that I've not had my tablets, so recently we've got a new pill pot which has the days of the week on, and at the end of the week my parents will remake the tablets because I don't know what quantity or volume I need of them.
It was quite funny, he was always hot, and because I've got a underactive thyroid, I was cold, so we sort of saying, how come Marcus is always hot, I'm always cold? And then he started eating a bit more, and then started growing quite a lot. He ended up almost the same size as his brother, who's 3 years older than him, but we assumed that he was eating and then growing because he was having a growth spurt. But then he started getting a bit out of breath, and we noticed he had a goiter, which actually I think he'd probably had for a couple of years, because when he was putting his bicycle helmet or ski helmet on, he didn't like it tight. Sometimes they can go into remission, so the first step at some point when the timing is right, we'll actually stop treatment and then monitor his blood tests to see whether he doesn't need treatment again. Normally with the children, they don't stay in remission forever. So then at some point he'll need definitive treatment.
I don't think it's going to stop me doing anything that I'd want to do, but if I were to go on like a 1 year long cycling trip where I wasn't going to buy anything out there or collect anything out there, then I probably wouldn't be able to pack enough medication.